this is Nico live tonight to talk to you about my newest book, The Beauty of Decay. This book is about my artworks. It's the first book that I published via Serial Pleasures. And I'm going to show you the inside of the book, tell you a little bit more about the making of this book. Here's the cover. As you can see, it's lots bigger than the other books that I published. This is size 9/11. As you can see, it's a glossy cover. I'm really satisfied actually by the quality of the book, as I did the layout to this book, so I had high expectations. And as you will see in a little while, the quality of the images inside the book is amazing. So it's really important for an artist when you publish your own art book to have the best quality as possible. And I'm really satisfied. I got them this morning actually. I was really satisfied by the quality. The Beauty of Decay. Why this title? I worked as a morgue artist. So this is, by the way, the subtitle of this book is Visions of a Morgue Artist. And as a morgue technician, I was always fascinated by the colors that you find on dead people. They're called lividities, and they are marble-like sometimes. It's actually the veins that come through the skin that take different colors with time. And I thought it was an appropriate title for a painter fascinated by physical death and by decay. So hence the title, Beauty of Decay. So it begins. First thing I did with this book was to actually have space to personalize each book for the collector's edition. So on the first page here, for example, I did a drawing for Brandon, and Brandon had asked me to paint a doodle, to actually draw a doodle of Charles Manson. So this is what I did there. It's a doodle I did in not even 5 minutes. It's not something that I usually do, but I decided that I wanted to personalize each copy of this book for the people who actually bought the collector's edition, which is the same price that the book that you will find on Amazon. So if you want to make a choice between buying it via Amazon or buying it via Serial Pleasures, of course choose Serial Pleasures, because this is where you will get the collector's edition, same price, except that there will be the blood print here, my signature of course, and a personalized doodle. So this doodle for Brandon, a doodle of Manson. So yeah, this is the first page. Okay, then let's see. Table of contents there. So there's several sections. There's a section for true crime paintings, a section I call Meat, cover art, friends and collectors. This is the section where there's pictures of you, maybe, if you send me pictures of you. In memoriam, this is a section dedicated to all the friends that I had who died and who I painted. There's a satanic section. There's a section on the Luciferian tarot that I did about 12 years ago. And there's tributes by other artists. And there's self-portraits that I did. And exhibits, and last but not least, my work on Serial Pleasures. All right? So I'm not going to show you the entire book, because of course I want to leave it as a surprise for the readers. But here there's a foreword by Matthew Aaron, my friend Matthew Aaron, who was kind enough to do a foreword for me. Okay, this is a picture of him with several of my paintings. He was the owner of the Last Dime Museum in Indiana, and he had a huge collection of my paintings. So each chapter is divided using this font that I really like. Okay, this is an intro to the book. So there's photos of me in prison, right? And in that intro, I explain more or less how I came to paint and who were my influences as a painter, and some of the things that I achieved through painting. So it's a long intro. Then we are entering the true crime section. Okay, true crime. I'm not going to show you all the paintings, but you are going to see the most classic ones. For example, there's a section on Ramirez. As you can see, it's really high quality. The prints are really high quality. And you know what? You can even buy 2 copies of the book and use one of the copies to cut the pages and put them on your wall, like if they were prints, because the quality is so cool. So yeah, this is what you can find in the book. There's 300 photos in the book, so there's lots to see. For example, yeah, this is a painting I really like of Manuel Arruda, who I used to correspond with. Okay, she was a German satanic murderer. Ed Gein, for example, there. You might have seen those paintings already. All right. There's so many. I'm just going fast forward. There's smaller pictures there. There's full pages photos like this. For example, my blood art. Okay. What else? What do I have here? The Black Dahlia. There. Oh yeah, that's this painting of Richard Speck that I did recently. That's, based on the infamous videotape that he did in prison. So if you've seen the videotape, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Gary, there. What else? The Barn. He has a few pages of his own. Right. Di Feo, classic painting, this one. Yeah. I did it recently. Yeah. And oh yeah, there's a huge section at Columbine because there was this collector in France who was obsessed with Columbine, so she commissioned me at least, yeah, I think it was a dozen paintings based on Columbine. So there's a lot of paintings that I did on Columbine. They're all in the book. Some of them are really cool. You've probably seen them. I even sell the prints on my website. For example, this one I really like. Yeah, that's the one based on the crime scene photo where they were shot. They committed suicide in the library. There's this really cool painting of Joao Schaefer that I really like, next to Archer Cross. Okay. So yeah, I'm just not even at 1/3 of the book. The book has more than 200 pages. Artist tool, a face only a mother could love. Okay. Who else? Mary Bell. My good friend Issei Sagawa. And here you can find, here this is a piece that we did together. I did the drawing on the left, and Sagawa did the drawing on the right. So yeah, it was a very unique collaboration between us on the same piece of paper. Yeah, Manson. So there's a lot of there's also paintings that I did of morgue pictures. So I call the chapter meat because this is what it's about, you know, meat always. This I really like. All those paintings are based on actual photos, and this one where I have my finger, it's an actual photo that I took of a gunshot victim in a body bag. This was a charcoal drawing actually. Yeah. So I'm going fast forward because there's so many pictures. It's a really thick book. Honestly, you get what you pay for. There's a section on yeah, more Magnus there. I'm surprised at how good I am. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, there's some pretty good art inside. There's a section on cover art. This is the stuff that I did for albums and bands and musicians and books. There's an entire section on the cover that I did for my book company, Camion Noir. So there's a few examples here of stuff that I did for Camion Noir. Right? And oh yeah, this is one of the sections that you've been waiting for. This is the one dedicated to all the people who collect my art, who have collected my art and were kind enough to send me pictures. For example, here there's Joe Coleman with the painting that I did for him. Okay. And so if you've sent me a picture of you with one of my paintings, you're probably in the book. There's famous people like Mike Diana and people from bands. There's artists. There's a lot of people who've actually participated. Here's the police that I did the entire family. See David here and Devon, Dakota, and plenty of people who sent me their pictures, as you can see. And I'm saying it again, I'm really satisfied by the quality of that book. I was concerned because, some of the pictures weren't of the best quality and I had to work a lot on enhancing the quality of those pictures, but they came out really good. The colors are amazing. And yeah, I really love that book. I'm really proud of that book. This is the ultimate catalog of my art, and there won't be any other. And my art has been copied a lot in several books about true crime, sometimes and often without people even asking for my permission, by the way. But at least I own this book, and this book is 100% me. This is Steve. He was in Breaking Bad, the series. And yes, this book is me, only me, and this is the book that I wanted, visually speaking, and I wanted to include all my friends, the people who've collected my art over the years, because as I'm saying in the intro to that book, I wouldn't be where I am today without them. So this book is a big thank you for all of them, for all the collectors who were there uh, since the very beginning, and even the recent ones. They're all there, and I'm really happy to have them in that book. This book is dedicated to them. And even if you're not in the book, maybe you have art in the book that you own. So, The Lovely Cat, who's sharing my life, as you might know. And this one is really interesting. This is Mark. And Mark commissioned me that painting while I was in prison. And because of that painting, there was a guy, a serial killer, who was in the paint room with me while I was painting this. And he had killed like 8 or 9 old women, and he had forced them to drink Drano. All right. And he was watching me paint that. Okay. And he said, "Oh, I can't believe how morbid this is." And as you can see, it's Mark and his girlfriend at the time, and she's sucking his blood. And this guy who had actually forced old women to drink Drano told me that this painting was too morbid for his tastes. So that was a funny anecdote, and it had to be in that book. Uh, what else? Oh yeah, in memoriam. So there's an entire section on JJ, Gigi, and Merle, Sileg, who commissioned me a painting, and Gidget. There's Mayam, there's my friend Marianne from several black metal bands, okay, who committed suicide. Peter Steele, ladies, all right. There's a section on my satanic art. So this is a section on the paintings that I did for my friend Danny, who commissioned me like 9 paintings, about 8 or 9, and they're all about demonic stuff. So there's an entire section on that. Section on LaVey. I called it 6 Shades of Anton LaVey. It's kinky. There's a chapter on the Luciferian Tarot that I illustrated some time ago. So I'm reproducing all the major cards there that are in the tarot. The tarot is out of print, so I felt the need to actually save them and show them to a wide audience. Because it was a work that I really invested myself into, and I felt the need to save it in book form. This is a chapter on self-portraits, so there's a few, okay. And even more interesting, it's tributes by other artists. There's Joe Coleman here, and Espira, there's Mike Diana. There's Danny Rowling here who painted me, and several other artists, Gidget, Dakota, Jason, and Kat here, the lovely Kat. So another chapter on exhibits where my paintings are, the Museum of Death, Matthew's Museum, Aina Gallery here, and several other galleries. This is interesting. This was in Japan. This was an expo, and they asked me to paint serial killers as clowns. So you can see this here. Interesting work. So the gallery was called Vanilla Gallery in Tokyo. For example, I did this Pennywise fish for them. Okay. And there's last but not least, there's a section on serial pleasures with all the products that I did with Cannibal Guillaume. So yeah. So this, I'm really proud of that photo that I took in the graveyard with the skull. Yeah. There's also the Ouija board. Yeah. So yeah, it's a magnificent book. Not gonna lie, really proud of it. Okay, it's available on serialpleasures.com if you're interested. It's 49 USD, and you get a doodle with it, a personalized doodle. Ask me for anything as long as it's not, don't expect too much. But see what I did for Brandon? This is the kind of stuff that I can do, okay? All right. Personalized doodle for the collector's edition of the Beauty of Decay, my latest book, available on serialpleasures.com. Thank you for watching this. As you can see, I have plenty of copies of this beast. The Beauty of Decay by Nico Claux, and you can get it via serialpleasures.com. Thank you for watching this. Just quickly seeing what you're saying. Hello, Julien, Kat, Jeff, John Borowski, hello. Julien, I said it. Danny, Logan, David, merci. So David's saying that it's really nice for me to stress how important the people who buy my art are in the book. And yeah, I wanted to say it again. Without collectors, I wouldn't be here today, and maybe I would be back in jail or in prison. So thank you to all. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be an artist, to make something good with my life. And it's all about turning bad thoughts into creativity. So, and the book is about that. The book it will show you that however bad the cards are that you're dealing with, you can always turn your life around and make something good out of it. Okay, even if it's to paint dead people. But, life is about finding beauty where others don't find it. Okay? Salut Anatomique. Thank you all for watching this. See you tomorrow for another video live from the Serial Pleasures workshop. Bye everybody.